I feel like I'm getting a lot of grief for being open-minded about what happened. I'm not going to sit here and say I know Ant Jefe is innocent when I obviously don't know that. And every single thing in terms of what the cops are saying he did it's more likely that the cops are right than that it's just somehow mysteriously wrong, right?
Hold on, man. This whole Ant Jefe situation is getting very, very weird, man. Now you got everybody telling completely different stories from one another about this whole situation.
Feel a little weirded out by the fact that Ant Jefe allegedly killed this guy in a parking lot and then came and did the podcast like a day later. And I'm not gonna lie, I do know some YouTube sleuths who've been digging through the podcast.
Nah, man, now we got people trying to figure out what's really true from what's really a narrative, bro. But man, this your boy BT Scoop, man. You know we got Adam22, bro. He gonna keep it straight blunt with Ant Jefe. If Ant Jefe was out, he already know how Adam22 gonna give it up, bro. He calling it, you know what I'm saying, playing a civilian role, playing it different, you know what I'm saying, from what the actual person that's from the circumstances of that culture would, you know what I'm saying, would stand on, bro. Adam22 like, hey, bro, if these guys are saying that it's true, you know what I'm saying, the detectives and stuff, man, you can't say that they wrong because majority of the time they get it right, man. You also got the gangbangers that's gonna give they pushback about this whole situation too, so we can't leave them out the equation.
That appeared right after this alleged murder, and there is some interesting stuff to be discerned from some of the podcast appearances if you really study Ant afterwards. I'm not gonna be the one breaking down any of those theories, but I do feel like the YouTube detectives have a little bit of work to do.
Hey, Adam. All right, like I said before,
He innocent, man.
Now, we already know how it go, man. When things like this hit the internet, man, you got your detectives, your bloggers that's going to play detectives, then you got your internet, not your internet, but your gang member that's going to play gang experts, man. They're trying to figure out what's really going on. But who right, though? It don't even matter because they saying Ant Jefe didn't do it, but you got other people saying other words.
I have a response.
You guys are just saying that because you like him, but you're not saying that with any kind of evidence.
No. I know for a fact that he's not on camera doing nothing.
But they only arrested 2 dudes.
More than 2.
They arrested 4 people.
I saw 2.
More than 2, bro.
In the TMZ article, it said 2.
Initial, I think,
They arrested 4 people.
Really? Okay.
Him plus 3 more people, right?
Somebody
I saw
got a DA
2.
reject. Somebody DA reject.
Hey, listen, for one, I know for a fact, he like it's a waiting process, but he gonna end up getting out, right? I know that for a fact. And for 2, where we come from, Adam, people go put in work and go to school and turn in their homework the next day.
See, now this is where it gets tricky, man. You got some people that tries to justify it through the circumstances of the gang culture, man, but it don't go like that through a civilian eyes, and that's where the point that Adam22 is coming from. But I also feel like some of these big platforms, they does the things that they does and have millions of people watching their content, which could help steer a narrative, which could be the wrong way.
Nameless.
There's so many.
We're talking to Flacco, Ross, 1090 Jake, all people that
Because they put out the taco stand shit, and that was blatantly
Rat
false.
100.
Okay, but what's wrong with them?
He came on and said,
But this is the world we live in. Like, people do this shit all day, every day about everybody. The only difference here is that it's a person
Is
that
it
we know and that we're
false?
friends with.
No. False murder.
I mean, we see a lot of that, though, right? This does stand out a lot.
I did that before. I want you.
I'm not saying you guys are like putting out like fake news. Like this one, they did all happen to get it wrong, and for sure, I'm glad that I didn't post anything about it. I had to tell Lena, hey, that whole thing I told you about Ant Jefe at the taco store yesterday, that was fake. I had to break it to her. Like,
That's different.
I know I weirded you out when I told you that story, but it ended up being
But
fake.
you feel like it's perfectly fine for them to do that, but something stopped you from doing that. So you know that, it's something is there that stopped you.
I don't do the breaking news stuff the same way they do.
Sometimes.
Hey, if that story was out there, we would have got on this podcast. If that story came out Tuesday morning, we would have got on this podcast and we would have all talked about it.
Yeah, talking about it, but saying, oh, yeah, Ant hopped out and then he said, where you from? And then Ant was like, oh, where you from? It's like doing the fucking play-by-play like you watched the video and then it's completely fake is crazy.
But they didn't say that it was 100% true, right? In all their videos, I'm assuming that they said, hey,
you don't have to say the verbatim, this is 100% true to display it and present it as if it's the truth.
Self-defense case for young Ant when he.
I think like ain't the Pablos from like 5'4" or 5 dudes, who knows, right? But the Pablo blood pull up instantly. An altercation breaks out. He starts to bang on young Ant Jefe. Where you from, blood? Ant Jefe, I'm from A-Tray Gangsta Crib. Cool. That should have been the end of it. Hey, you from Pablo's? I'm from A-Tray Gangsta Crib. I'm here for some tacos. Let me go about my day. But no. Back and forth kept happening. Now, young Ant Jefe did something that I think we should all do. Ant Jefe was just one of them. There were 3 others that was arrested. Now, apparently a DP was taken. Now, Ant Jefe was not involved with the DP at all, but a DP was taking place. Now, when the DP is taking place, they brutalized and beat up the dude so bad. I don't know if weapons were involved. I don't know what were involved, but they.
Nah, I'm just gonna say this right there. That Flacco clip, I had to cut it out because that is nasty work by Poetic Flacco. If that ain't the case for young Ant Jefe being locked up, man, but you got a whole lot of speculation going on is saying that Flacco was gave that tape by Whack 100, man. And they trying to say they running up a crazy narrative saying that Whack 100 was the setup, man, for Ant Jefe to go down, similar to how he set up Big U. But I don't see the resemblance. Do y'all see it? Let me know in the comment section, man. But we about to tap right into this thing, though, man. And check out these guys in this conversation right here, man. Adam just keeping it straight real with them is like, bruh, hey, listen. It is what it is, bro. If he get locked up for that and they said that's what happened to him, bro, there be it, bro. Justice is served. Send him up the rope. But the other guys, the gang members and stuff up there, you know, you got J Hood, Spody Face, Munchie B, and Lush, you know, they co-signing saying that, hey, bro, it ain't real until it's slapped on the desk, bro. They got to let them know that, hey, bro, they saying that Jefe is innocent. He ain't have nothing to do with this right here. It is what it is, man. Y'all hit that like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that hype button to get this video onto the algorithm. Let's get right into this thing, y'all.
Watching, smash the like button. We really appreciate it. Number 2, it seems like we should probably discuss the fact that our boy Ant Jefe, also known as the Alter Eagle, is not on the podcast today because he is locked up facing murder charges. And despite a flurry of fake news over the past week, it would appear that the situation that Ant is being accused of is one in which he and another man allegedly DP'd a fellow 8-tray Crip.
That was a child molester. That was a sexual
Rapist.
offender.
You have Ant on the phone? Oh, his girl. Interesting.
That was, you didn't see that?
Yeah, they said he was a rapist.
Okay, but I saw people today saying that the spelling of the name for the dude who's a rapist is different than this guy. So I am a little worried about jumping to conclusions that guy was a
There's
rapist.
been so much misinformation.
Adam ain't going with nothing false. He going whatever the actual people that he believes said, bro. They feel like Ant Jefe had a part or took some type part in here, but you got my boy J Hood. Shout out to J Hood too, man. He just got out the joint, boy. It's gonna be rough up there with them guys on that panel. I'm telling you that. Let's get back into it though, man. Adam22 is sticking with his guns, bro. I think Adam believed that Ant Jefe did.
100% sure on that.
I think if he his shit be valid. If he said it, I kind of believe it, right? If because I think he reliable. But
Who?
I'm glad Jay Hood. But I'm glad you said you wouldn't jump to that shit. I'm glad.
Yeah, just because I saw a post today saying that they think that it might be a different guy with a different spelling. But okay, and also the guy that was about, it was like a 2019 rape charge. So it is kind of unclear if this DP story is true. It's kind of unclear if that would have been the reason.
Like, why is it
also,
so delayed.
maybe he could have done something else if that really
Got
is.
out.
Well, hey, I'll say this.
Just got
You
out.
think he just got free?
I'm not sure.
Hey, I'll say
It's all
this.
speculation.
That
but
could
you
be
said
interesting.
I told y'all.
to jail, got out, nigga. Like, what you doing over here?
I told y'all within.
But
50
I don't know. I'm not talking
Say
about
it,
that.
Lush.
Free young and heavy.
my initial hypothesis was if this is a thing, I'm going to assume that if there is a DP, he probably is someone that did some J-Cat ass shit.
So you're forgiving Ant Jefe prematurely for this
I trust.
body.
Yes.
I trust him.
Adam on him, bro. Hey, it is what it is, man. From a gangster standpoint, though, you can't rule a man guilty until he's proven guilty. In the eyes of the law, bro, he's innocent until proven guilty, Adam.
Jefe's judgment.
He's capable of making those
I don't believe he had
decisions.
nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
It did
ain't no
nothing
forgive him
wrong,
because
but-
he didn't take part in it though.
Exactly. It did nothing wrong, and I don't believe he did anything.
I'm gonna forgive him regardless, because if Little Lowdown, it was a crip, and he was still gangbanging at the age of 51, he would not want this type of justice. He would not want.
Gang banging at the age of 51 is crazy, man. He ain't nowhere in the world I would have agreed to no DP, bro. But consider this situation, I don't know if he agreed to it or not.
young Ant Jefe in jail. Period.
Right.
So regardless, because if he was in his 50s, that means he was gangbanging in the 90s, and he was from A-Tray, one of the most notorious black gangs in South Central California. He done some shit. He done got away with some shit, and I do not believe that he would want that type of outcome.
Hey, you
Because
better
if I
honor
get
our culture, cuz.
I do not want nobody to go to jail for me. If I get murdered, I do not want that type of justice.
Hey, boy, knock on wood, boy.
Because two wrongs don't make a right. And like I said, young Ant is a person. He's a pillar in the community, and we need him.
But we
Because
do
he
have
got
to
so much
recognize
potential.
that it is the job of the courts to prosecute people who kill other people.
is
So
the
if
job
this
of the
is
courts.
true, even if homie was guilty of being a child molester, or I don't even know why we said child molester, I think it was just a rape charge or whatever. But either way,
Always wrong.
we do got to acknowledge that, you know, Ant Jefe participating and potentially beating a rapist to death is, you know, it probably
God's
wasn't the
work.
best decision.
It's
making
God's
on
work,
his
though.
part.
It's respectable, but it's just you can't be the judge, jury, and executioner. It's gonna always come back to that. You know what I'm saying?
But
And that right there is a fact right there, Moose, man. But let's keep it going.
it's God's
But
work.
I don't believe that Ant Jefe did.
I don't
that.
think he did.
But there's a lot
and-
of things that are like technically right that we don't do because of the fact that we don't want to go to prison for the rest of our life.
Yeah, look at Cain Velasquez. He just got out doing 5 years because
he
dude
just
touched
shot-
his kid.
yeah, he just shot at the
Yeah,
guy,
he
yeah.
shot at his whip and
Yeah.
shit.
How much time did the kid toucher get?
Nothing.
We
He's
actually
been out-
don't know,
No,
right?
I just looked up the other day. He's never been sentenced to nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
But I wonder
He's
if
still out on the
is there
streets.
any chance that it
Our
wasn't true?
government
or-
is fucked up. That shit don't make no sense. The boy All-Star JR is in jail right now because he took somebody's gun.
and stood over him and fired into
For
his
one-
body.
Okay, that's what happened.
See, my boy Jay Hood, man, he's not thinking from a civilian standpoint, bro. He got to get that other side of the picture, man. I'm pretty sure much of B understand where Adam coming from, but my guy Jay Hood, he don't quite. I don't think he done actually mentally all the way released the game from his life, bro. I think he's still gang banging, man, but I ain't gonna hold that against him though. He say he's not banging though, so I take that back. He's not gang banging, so he just gotta lose that mental part of it, bro. That's what I think, man. But we're gonna keep it going.
The police officers, they shoot and fire into you because they think you got a gun, but you got a snapple.
But we know the standards is different though. That's
Yeah,
how
I
they're
know,
going
but
to
it's
treat
true
us.
because we all human. God made us all equal.
If I was in a
So if we
situation,
one nation under God, why we not one nation under God then?
if I was in a situation where I like felt like I had to shoot somebody for sure the whole time, I would just be thinking about like, how is this going to look on camera? Am I going to be able to beat this charge? So at that point, probably my logical thinking brain would preclude me from standing over him and firing into his lifeless body.
That's
in the
gangster
middle
as
of the-
fuck. But yeah,
No, I
not
love
going to help you out with the self-defense.
The
Yeah.
imagery
what
is
I'm saying
amazing,
is-
but it's probably a bad idea if you want to beat it.
Flight.
Yeah.
Fight or flight, and your adrenaline is pumping. People blank out.
But when they're sleeping on the ground, or
How do you know if he's asleep?
I mean, it probably wasn't sleeping.
You
But,
don't know,
you
you
know,
don't-
the screen grabs look pretty bad.
He's going to be able to make a case, but it definitely doesn't help him
I feel like
going back because he
anything
spun
with-
back on him to stand over him too. He was like about to dip and then turn back around, hit him with the, finish him off.
Yeah, but he didn't finish it.
I know that's crazy too.
He
Bro's
didn't finish
invincible.
All you gotta do is up it up a little bit more.
Well, he
Yeah,
probably
dude was just
paralyzed
tapping.
him. Seems he paralyzed him. That's a pretty big deal.
I thought I saw him walking with crutches already and shit.
Hell no, he paralyzed.
Is he? I
Yeah.
thought they
He
said
got
that was
shot
fake.
again.
He got shot
Yeah, he
first
got
out the
shot.
hospital. When
That's
he was
insane.
Yeah, I seen that too.
What is he doing?
I believe. I don't know.
But that was in Baton Rouge, so
sound
that's where a
low-key-
lot of people
Yeah.
get shot at.
But people get shot everywhere.
Baton
but-
Rouge at the top.
But what I'm saying is,
Hey, the thing is,
I don't know. It said Seti Nash said the boy made a statement like he told. Right? Ben 10. Seti Nash.
he
said-
is not credible.
That boy said in Nash, boy, he got to get this stuff together, bro. But he also, though, he can't take it away from the fact that he was on point with that Gucci Man stuff, though. Was he the first person who released the Gucci Man robbery, though?
You don't think Seti Nash is credible?
Well, he
Fuck
just said
no.
that Ant
Much as
knocked
we
up Big
rocking
U
with
son. That's what he was reporting.
That's what-
Did you watch the whole video?
Made something up because he from.
They were saying he was dispelling
And
that
Sacramento.
rumor.
No, he
Ain't no
wasn't.
fucking.
No, he was putting it out there.
Because somebody
That's what he
mutual,
said.
I
He
know,
said he from my
tapped in
city.
and called him about it. He getting all kind of calls.
60s.
All right, one more. But okay, the Seti Nash thing though. Like, what do you?
For a Trey, I don't think it's a Sacramento 60s.
Okay, but what do you think Seti Nash was wrong about?
He wrong for putting that narrative out there that Ant was in jail for Big U son.
Okay,
That's wrong. You know what I'm saying?
but you saw the whole video. Did he actually say that?
Yeah. He said somebody told him that was the reason why Ant Jefe was locked up.
Man, you can't report what somebody told you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that justifies
That's what
it,
everybody
but
does.
No, man. You got to come with the
With that
facts,
type of
man.
accusation, you got to have something else other than a third party
Hey.
just saying, "Hey, this is what happened."
Hey, hold on. You got to.
paperwork. He to do that.
I know somebody that's on that side of the fence, like neighbor crib, and called in. I'm like, man, what are you doing? I know. I'm getting calls and calls. So he wasn't just like, you know what I'm saying? They just care about the clicks. And if why you didn't private the video after you didn't put that lie out there?
Absolutely.
But I feel like everybody.
you done unlisted.
Okay, and
That's facts, bro. You gotta put that up, man. You can't be assuming stuff like that. Just putting out. That's what I was talking about earlier when I was talking about these big platforms using their platform to spin these crazy narratives that don't even be true. Then you'll have people questioning the people who's not all the way tuned in. They just outside listening in. Dog, that Ant Jefe did that to Big U son. That's how they do, bro.
Jefe, Spody Face, Munchie B, etc. Everybody makes the same exact fucking kind of videos, but y'all just hate on the Flacos and the 1090Js because they do the most views.
Hey,
Let's
I
talk about it.
I don't do-
Trap
no,
Lord
no,
Ross.
no.
Y'all do the same shit. You just don't do as good a research as Trap Lord Ross.
I don't report on none of that.
You do all day. All you guys do the
I don't
same exact
report on
topics
clients.
as them.
I don't report on clients.
We can put it side by side, Flacco and you.
I don't
Same
report on-
thumbnail,
They
same
sound
title,
fake.
same topics.
They don't put me
Him
on.
too.
You say
And Jefe before he got locked up, same shit.
No.
I don't report on that. You clearly you ain't watched my. I
don't
See
touch
the thumbnails.
I don't touch that shit. I ain't talk about the YC80 bench thing. I don't want to talk about
I
that
ain't
type of
touch-
shit. That shit too grounded.
And even when they do, they could cover it, but they're
Too close to home. Well, you already know these people on this internet, they gonna speak on it. The gangsters and all, the old gangsters gonna speak on this stuff that's going on this internet. So it is what it is. It ain't no fun when it's in y'all own backyard, huh?
not putting murder accusations on people.
They just say allegedly a bunch of times.
I don't even touch. It's a lot of
for
stuff.
sure ain't subscribed to me.
You're all reacting to the news. That's what we're all doing.
It's certain stuff that I don't even mess with anyway. Look. First and foremost, I just got off the phone with young Ant Jefe.
What's he talking about?
Of course, you know he innocent, and the video footage gonna prove that he not. They just using his name. I put Lush on the phone with him too. He definitely in good spirits. You know what I'm saying?
And Lush is
Lush
is eating the enchilada.
I'm caught. Man, he said they were just on the phone with young Ant Jefe. So what in the world did young Ant Jefe have to say?
Meals that from the Lil Grifo interview, which I just want to point out that was like a week and a half ago.
And you don't got respect for San Diego? That's what they produce right there.
He's
Lil
risking
Grifo
food
meal.
poisoning for San Diego right now.
It's just like a week expired. It's all good.
Okay, but anyway, yeah, you guys are all hypocrites.
But you was wrong on that. I don't do that. I don't jump to conclusions and I don't put. You know what I'm saying?
You're just later than them.
No.
They just break the news and then you react to it like a day
talk
later.
about it.
No, because they do research sometimes. This was not one of those cases. Trap was super wrong. He was just going off what Flacco said. He said that, you know what I'm saying? So that's the bad part is that you start to lose credibility if you do this a bunch of times. You know what I'm saying? You got to have some type of accuracy. It can't be just completely made up. Yeah, Ant Jefe got locked up. Let me look up all the murders and...
But what's crazy, once they paid so big, bro, it's like it's hard for the narrative not to even get spun. But in long run, you should lose credibility down the stretch.
LA, and let me put one of these on.
Actually, like great that happened because now all them other videos they gonna be used as evidence.
I think you can't use a Trap Lord Ross video as evidence that somebody killed somebody. That's just him reacting.
Julio trial. The feds use his ATK chart in the whole in the whole indictment for the whole Julio trial. The feds used Trap Lord Ross video. That was his chart.
But also we can't ignore the fact that the videos and the false narratives that was put out by young Ant Jefe, by people against young Ant Jefe, that didn't raise his bill. That's a fact. That's not.
Yeah, do y'all agree with that? Because Spody did say that. I'm not sure. Yeah, I just wanted to know if they agree with that.
That definitely did. Like
that's the reason why they raised the bill.
That's a fact.
I thought he raised the bill because he on federal parole. He's got the feds.
No,
What
Can't-
other
but I
evidence
just
was
want to know,
there?
can a YouTube video that puts an accusation out there raise your bail? That's
public
Yeah, it's
perception is a thing.
I'm not saying you're lying. I just want to know. I
YouTube
just want to know
video?
their opinion.
I believe
That's what Spody says.
See,
That's a
to,
crazy
my to
assumption.
my understanding, right, that is going to be a gang related murder. You're going to have a 186.22 of violent crime in association and direction for the benefit of the gang. If they're saying this was a DP going wrong, they are definitely going to add the gang allegation. The new this we don't got Gascon no more. We got this dude Sir chokes on dick and he's tripping.
Right, Gascon.
He's gone.
Jokes on dick is such a stretch.
I love it.
So I believe that $1 million was either because he's on federal parole, he just got out the feds, so they're gonna have to put.
That's the thing about it, man. We gotta know, but I was watching Compton Rick Rock, man. I'm on the same thing, bro. What did young Ant Jefe say on his phone, Spody Face? Did you just mess up the content for Adam22, man? You know, or did young Ant Jefe say, I ain't want to be on, you know what I'm saying? I ain't want to be on no live like that, bro. Just tell him I'm good. I be about this thing. That could be the case if Spody Face actually talked to him.
To hold on you anyway. He got to do a violation anyway. Just for coming in contact with the police, he has to go do that federal year.
I thought he
But
was.
that was initial, but then they doubled it to 2.5
He been on, yeah,
or 2.05. 05, yeah.
He not on federal
So
parole no more?
It was 1 mil, and then Spody's saying that the videos and all the narratives bumped it, doubled it. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's saying.
So what they trying
So
to
they
say?
got to do a 352 hearing.
So what they trying to say?
Evidential hearing.
No, they don't got no do no evidential hearing because
That's what J Hood gonna have to get better at, but he you know that's one of Wack's homies now. And he'll learn though. He gonna understand to let a person land before he starts speaking. You can see he done did that a couple of times, but let's keep it going. Back to young Ant Jefe situation.
what the district attorney did, they asked the judge, hey, listen, this was going on here. This is the narrative. This is not no ordinary dude. He's such and such. He's a prominent figure. Da 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 da. They basically using the same tactics they use everybody else. They try to give you a bail. When they don't want you out, they try to give you a bail that they don't feel that you could obtain. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They try to put it out your reach, and that's for sure. That's a fact. That's what happened, bro. Once they found out, they started hitting.
They said in court. They said that.
It's a fact, bro. Listen, I don't want to put. I ain't saying too much. That's not. I ain't was given permission, but I'm telling you that is a fact. That's what raised his bill. Like that's a fact. That is a fact.
Damn.
Well, what would be
All right, man, we gonna end that right there, man. You got my guy Spody Face claiming whatever, you know what I'm saying? He talking about is a fact, bro. You know, Spody Face be putting them wild allegations out there from time to time. Spody Face shell, man. But I'm thinking he's very serious about this, man. But like I say, man, Adam22 is holding back none with this Ant Jefe situation. Adam22 gonna be a civilian. He's not gonna look at it from the gang member standpoint when it comes to things like that. You can hear, as you can hear, man, you heard the man say, man, that's crazy to think that, man, days after the beating, man, he come sit right here beside us and do the podcast. So he's really disturbed by that. If y'all understand body language and tone of voices, bro, he was spooked out about that, knowing that Jefe, they trying to say that and Jefe done something like that. He didn't do it. I'm with everybody else who's saying you innocent until proven guilty, man. But in a civilian eyes, it's the same way, but they looking at it from the crime evidence that's been presented to them from the people who actually know what's going on, bro. So they going with that angle, man. But these guys, the game, they gonna stand 10 toes down about the gang politics, man. And some people is wondering, when is this phase gonna ever die out, bro? It started in the early 60s, some say the 50s and the 40s, man, but I don't think it's ever gonna die out. It's gonna continue to grow until these cameras and stuff is exposed and everything. You're gonna have people dropping out just because of the cameras, bro. That's just the evolution of this whole circumstance thing going on, man. I want y'all to get in the comment section, though, man. Y'all let me know, bro. What do y'all feel about this Ant Jefe situation? We gonna leave it that simple. Y'all hit that hype button to get this video to the algorithm. It's your boy BT Scoop. I'm out.